Gary, job done. Happy days.
Yeah, delighted. We made hard work of it first half. We weren't at our best. They got a couple of chances. Again, Rory was very good. Hit the post, they were unlucky, but we got them in at half time, and for the first time in a few weeks I had to give them a bit of a talk at half time and let them know how we felt, because it wasn't good enough and energy levels wasn't good enough. But thankfully come out in the second half and they're a lot better, played in the front foot a lot more, created a lot more chances, and thankfully got the goal that got us the win. And Jack Malone I thought was excellent in the second half. Rory Brown again excellent. Fitzy the whole game led the line, unbelievable for us, and a lot more players turned up in the second half than turned up in the first half, and thankfully we got the win and got us the 3 points, and it's guaranteed us our seventh place at the start of the season. That was a target, and we've got there with 2 games to go. So happy, delighted for the boys. First and foremost, they've earned it, they've deserved it. They've went through a tough time for a period there. What was it, 10 or whatever games, and there was injuries, there was different factors, other factors in it. But they've shown what a good bunch of lads they are, and strong group they are. That through all the criticism that we took at the time, they've got through it and come out the other side. And now that's 8 games unbeaten. So credit to them. We'll always give the credit to the players. I've said when we go through bad times, it's the players who cross the line and get the results. And I'll also say on the flip side, when we're in runs like this, it's the players who cross the line and get the results for us as well. So it's all down to them, and over the last 8 games they've been excellent, they've been superb, and credit has to be given where it's due.
You mentioned there the game itself, and it really was a game devoid of any real chances, but whenever the ball fell to Jack there just inside the box, he hit it really well.
Yeah.
Good quality there to score the goal.
He's a quality player. He's been unfortunate. He's come here. He's got a couple of suspensions. He's got an illness. He's got a hamstring injury. So we're only getting to see the best of him now. And over the last sort of group of games that we've had that he's been involved in, he's been excellent, and he's been one of the brighter sparks and a reason why we've done so well. So he's a quality young player again, and we're glad to have him at the football club, and hopefully we'll see more good performances from now to the end of this season, because he is a big player and he's a talented player, and for sure next season we'll hopefully see an even better player, and someone that plays a lot more games, which we need him to do. I think both teams today looked edgy, because for different reasons. Obviously there's a 5-point swing with both clubs, so it's always dangerous. And for us, if you get beat, as we would have went into the Carrick game, but it wouldn't matter today because the result went our way, the other side of it. But still, it's that's edginess, and you've seen that in the first half. I didn't think there was much quality. There's a wee bit of standoffishness from us as well, and we weren't ourselves. But thankfully we got them in second half, or at half time, and we told them the importance of what the game is, and we're in a position where we haven't played well, and we've kept it to 0. All we need is a goal, and thankfully they come out and they lifted their levels, lifted their energy. When they played in the front foot, they created chances, and thankfully they got that goal that got us the win.
You mentioned there keeping the 0. You must be happy with the amount of clean sheets we're keeping recently. We've lost count now over this run. We must be at least 4 or 5 in the last 6 or 7 games.
It's been super. And as I say, the back four, listen, you defend as a team and you attack as a team, but the back four has been excellent, and haven't made many mistakes in the goalkeeper. I've said it, and Rory Brown, we've got one of the best in the league, not one of the best, the best in the league. And as I say, also our midfield, in front of them, have been working so hard, and picking up a lot of second balls and protecting them as well. And it's just worked. We've changed the system, we've changed the formation, and it's worked over the last 8 games. And hopefully we can go on now and finish the season strongly. It's not going to be easy, we know that. To get to Europe, you have to beat not just one team away from home that's above you, but you have to beat 2 teams. So we know it's not easy, but we've given ourselves a chance now, and as we've proved all season, we can give any team a game, especially the better teams. We've always done okay against them. We've always given them a game, bar that 1.5 of football against Linfield at Mourneview, and they scored 4 or 5 in the second half. Apart from that, we've always given the other clubs a game in the top 6. So you never know. You never know in football. And as always said, not always does the favourite always come out on top. Sometimes underdog has his day as well.
With the next 2 games in mind, obviously the job done as well. Do you rotate, or do you keep going with what you have?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of quality on the bench as well, and through the good form recently that many of them haven't been given the chances. You know, that they had been getting more regular when we were on the bad runs because we were changing the team more often. But that's a good sign for us that they're getting results when we haven't had to make much changes. But on the other side, there's boys out that need game time as well because you never know what happens in the next coming weeks. You know, there could be injuries or anything else, suspensions, whatever. So we need to get boys in and get them games, get them up to sharpness. A couple of games for them will do them the world of good. So if we're ever called upon, but as I say, you know, we'll obviously take each game as it comes, and certainly there will be changes over the next couple of games, and you know we want to make sure that everybody's at a reasonable standard and of fitness and sharpness. You know, come the playoff games. So there's a lot of boys don't need it that have played so regularly over the last 8 weeks, and there's some boys on the bench that do need it. So you know we'll get them some game time and get them up to game speed over the next couple of weeks.